one might have been the one being copywritten this song. Track. Midnight, what are you doing up there, Midnight? You up there? Come here. What are you doing up there? You're making all that noise about. She's not here, she's at the doctor. She's at the hospital. Getting fixed up.
example of what I was talking about before about what looks like lightning. So there's no thunderstorm here going on or anything like that, but we have this streak of this bolt right here. I'm gonna call it that now, anyways. I'm in the process of researching it, but we can get them much more defined in this, thinner than this, to the point where it looks like lightning. The only thing that's missing is the sound of thunder, the rain, and the storm atmosphere that I'm talking about. But the appearance of it, even when I zoom in on it, is the same as lightning, and it does also follow the imagery. So there's going to be something there. We're going to get to the bottom of that over the next couple of months. I'm certain of it. Maybe sooner, depends on how all this goes. If I get somebody to take over the clouds, the moon, and the veil for me, I would love to jump onto these other things. And the clouds, the moon, and the veil, the lightning is part of that as well, and the weather. So there'll be plenty for anybody else to do if anybody else wants to try helping out here. But I just saw that going by, so I figured I'd mention it, because I see them all the time, and I was talking about it in an earlier video, that these white lines, when you're watching the lightning go around at night, the lightning and a storm will go around the imagery. It'll follow around imagery, and then the imagery like jumps out at you. You're like, oh shit, yeah, I see it all. Like right here, here's another one. You know, it can come through like this. So whatever this is that's happening around this imagery is the same exact thing that what we call lightning bolts do. And they follow the nanocarbon, they follow the triangles from triangle to triangle. I'm not sure why. Just like this, exactly like this. Where I can actually point at each triangle and say, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one. I can point at. This one's a little fatter though. Seems to be fatter than what I'm used to seeing for lightning bolts, but that's okay. I'm just pointing it out to you. We can certainly do it. Now this one I would even claim on being glare from the sun, but what happens is, and sometimes it's so thick of clouds, sometimes it's the average day where there's no clouds, and you'll still get this white line, if you will, going around. And when I go in on them, I don't see any difference from lightning. The only difference is that in a storm, you're hearing the thunder and you're seeing the lightning flash, and then these things are all lit up. So they get charged, and you can kind of see it before a storm. If you go watch my lightning videos, you'll see that before the lightning even strikes, several minutes before each strike, you'll see the atmosphere light up. The lightning bolt's not even anywhere near it, that part of the atmosphere. It could be a mile or two away, and all of a sudden, over by where my camera's aiming, the entire atmosphere will show up the imagery. You'll start to see the imagery. Just see the video and then let it click. And you might have to watch it a couple times, but I clearly see it every time. I've got other people that are starting to write to me and say, oh yeah, yes, I see what you're saying. I see the imagery for sure, and I see the nanocarbon. But there's, again, it's going to take people time for their heads to get around all this shit. It's the opposite of anything we've ever been told. I've always been told God, space aliens, Matrix, Satan, all the normal shit that we think is going on. Everything we've been programmed to believe. The opposite of this. That's why I'm moving to the moon and the veil. As much as I'm doing in the clouds, I want to do equal. And that image looks very familiar. This one right here. Eye. These two eyes right here in this mouth. Let's see if he clears up. That's right, it's rising. I already lost it. Alright. But here comes another one anyway. Just shape shifts right into this one. Eye. Or this one. Eye. Or you got image within image, so you got that image within this image. They're all over the place. Thousands of images right here in your view. Just gotta look in. Yeah, so if anybody wants to take over this channel, put another name on it or whatever, you can take it. You can have all the videos that are with it, everything, to go ahead and, because all you need is the research videos to make what I'm making now, to create these videos. And this one video, 47-minute long, I believe it is, 18-minute long video. So this one 18-minute long video, which is almost over, you could get probably 40 to 50 hours of video time going in on it. Probably more than that, actually. You wouldn't even want to. It'd make you sick. You'll get bored doing the same video. But the imagery is so deep, so far, so much that you could just keep going in. I'm just not doing that because it's not going to get through to people if I keep doing that. For example, if I was past the trees and I zoom in here to give you fucking shit going on. If I zoom past there to give you, let's say, this, you're not gonna get it. You're not even gonna understand that I'm pointing at the clouds. That's why the trees are in there. That's why I'm always leaving the trees in. Believe me, there's a lot more shit going on right above my head even. And the imagery's better because the sun's pounding on it and it's making it three-dimensional. So I definitely could have a better time doing that as well, but I stay away from it because of because I know what the feedback's going to be. Zip. People won't understand it unless you're someone on the street and I come up to you and I hand you a nano box or whatever. If you're holding a nano box in your hand and you look up and you're seeing it, okay, you know you're looking into the sky. But if I just give you this, you're just going to think it's some movie. You're just going to think it's some computer-generated movie and you're not going to understand it. That's why I zoom out. What if they call it zooming out? I don't know. That's why I come back out with the and stay like right here so that you can see the trees and everything too, you know. But believe me, there's thousands and thousands of images right here in this one image, this one square, I should say. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I mean, there's plenty to do for if anybody wants to jump on board and grab all these videos. I will give you anything you need. I will give you your own. I'll give you filters. I'll send them in the mail if you're far away. They're cheap. Walmart, $7-8 or whatever for the filters, and then you cut the plastic off and you make them fit your phone if you got a phone camera. Very easy. Telescope. You can buy a cheap ass telescope for at Walmart again under $70 for the cheapest telescope, or a decent one for $130, or you can get a tag cell telescope like I did for $10. My telescopes are, nothing fancy, but they work. They do everything that I need to do. If somebody has a better telescope, they might be able to make the imagery more clearer. But I think a lot of that is just my own mistakes of not knowing what lenses to use and all that kind of shit, because that's what I was going to say. You just take your phone camera, you make a little mount, and you can mount your phone camera right on your telescope like I did. No expense, just a glue gun. Make yourself a little platform so that you can clip your phone onto your telescope. Nice, easy. And then you can go in on the moon and do the same thing that I'm doing with the clouds with the moon. All that kind of shit. So yeah, if anybody that's subscribed to me or anybody watches my videos, if anybody wants any of this, you're welcome to it. I will hand it over to you and I'll start afresh on new ones or whatever. I have no problem going out and getting the imagery now. So, okay, the battery's going to die on this phone now, so I'm going to just play a few minutes into this video. This is February 25th, February 25th, 2019, 1, it says number 1 RV. So you can feel free to go and look at it. Gotta leave the camera alone too. So here's one where the sun's far behind. Any of the imagery that's up here is going to be one-dimensional because it doesn't have the sun pounding on it. Things back here that catch sun will become three-dimensional. I was explaining that in the last couple of videos. I was trying to explain that. So here's a good example of seeing both in the same slide, in the same shot. So you can see that there's this huge dog right here. Here's his nose. So his nose is coming down, his mouth is right here. It's a huge canine. I don't know if it's a dog, but it's definitely a canine. Now, again, image within image. So the tip of the canine's nose right here is another image, which looks like a rodent to me. But it could be another canine. I can't see too good from here. I could certainly zoom in and out of it if I wanted to, but I'm not doing that video right now. Now here we go, as it's coming through, light's hitting it in different ways, different nanocarbon, the clouds, what we call clouds, the heavy metals are folding into each other. Well, the nanocarbon is the one doing the folding. They're not mechanically doing this folding, they're electromagnetically folding the heavy metals into each other. And what they do when they're doing that is creating imagery over and over and over again. From the veil to the ground, it's all the same imagery. Feline, canine, ape, rodent, human, and beast. And again, over here where it's dark, the light's behind there, the clouds, what you call clouds, is very thick. So therefore, this imagery will seem two-dimensional. It won't really get to a 3D point until some light comes in from back here or around here, and light comes in. Or if they want to open up a hole right here, which they do quite often, you can see that happening. I just did another video on it before, and you'll see a hole open up and people will think it's the sun shining through the cloud. No, it's not. The sun could be over here, over here. The sun meaning the hole in the veil that we call the sun is what I refer to the sun. Not the burning ball of hydrogen gas that exploded some fucking billions of years ago and bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Fucking liars. So they could open up a hole right here, then all this would become three-dimensional. Even these big ones here, they're somewhat three-dimensional because you got some light coming in here, you got some light coming in here. If they open up and some more light comes in, we'll watch these turn three-dimensional as well, instead of just being two-dimensional. So that might be throwing people off as well. Just like the lightning stuff, the lightning videos are usually one-dimensional. They're not even two-dimensional, they're just one-dimensional. It looks like it's on a piece of paper, you know. Just looks like you're writing on a piece of paper or drawing pictures on a piece of paper, I should say. But the imagery is clear. I can see what's trying to be made. For our eyes are supposed to be seeing it. Alright, so we're already at 19 minutes. We just got another minute to go on this video, and then I gotta charge the phone, and we'll see how uploading goes today. Uploading has been a bitch. 2 days to upload these last 16 videos. Or no, not even, I think 14 or something. Then I had to delete some of them because there were copyright strikes on them. So, fucking pain in my balls, man. So that's about 20 minutes right there. We're at 20 minutes, so I'm just gonna let it go and be back soon. Seeing what's coming through next. You know, look back here, blue sky back here, you know. I got a filter on here, so it may not appear to you, but that's blue sky back here as part of this image. You know, I was pointing that out as well. That's how you're going to get to know the nanocarbon, when you start noticing them in their transparent state, and then you'll notice them when they're black, when they go behind certain heavy metals. Yeah, alright. I guess I gotta roll another couple minutes here because I was just talking about it and then it started happening. So I was saying that they can open up a light and show the image three-dimensional, and just open up a hole in the nanocarbon. We'll just open up a hole right here, and then all these two-dimensional images will become three-dimensional to you in a second. So we'll just watch it. See, as they open it up and they let the light bleed through. So, solar simulator, unnecessary, not needed, ridiculous, stupid. Get off of it. A Plain Truth and others that are talking about solar simulators. Those fucking psyop bastards. So yeah, so now you're seeing all these, even these larger ones now and stuff are becoming three-dimensional. These obviously are all becoming three-dimensional now. As they let light coming through, you'll see them in 3 dimensions. Three-dimensional. So, alright, I guess I just wanted to show you that.